Daniel and Cal, congratulations on White Lines. I haven't seen all of it now. I've seen a few episodes, thoroughly enjoyed it. Cal, you posted on Instagram, White Lines, May 15. I've been so excited to share this gem of a show with you. Brace yourself and strap yourself in. It's one hell of a ride. What did you enjoy most about being a part of this?
There's so many elements to this, Serena. I mean, obviously, I think that the nature of what we were filming and where we were filming is unbelievable, and like we all really looked out with being able to do this job. I think the people that I was able to work with, I say like friends, really, we really did become a family, and that happens on most jobs, but there was something very special that happened on this job, and I made some real friends for life, some really beautiful and treasured souls. And then you're working on an Alex Pinar script, and getting to be in a world that he's created, which is just extraordinary. I mean, I could keep going on and on and on, but for me, genuinely, it was a job of a lifetime, and I'm going to pitch for it. I hope it's not the end. There's room for another series or two at least.
Fingers crossed. Daniel, this is really cool, and you got to play such a cool role as well. But when you find out that someone else is also playing you at a different stage of your life, what are your initial thoughts? And then do you two work together to make sure you're on track, or do you develop the character as you guys see fit?
Do you know what? To be honest, I that was probably my biggest concern about the whole project, because when I first came to it, I was like, so hold on, am I going to be playing the character over a span of 20 years? I mean, that's surely not going to work. And then they say, no, Danny, there's a younger actor that's going to be playing you. And you suddenly think, is that gimmick, is that device going to artistically work? Because you're asking the audience to invest in two separate actors. As soon as I sat down and watched it, you're completely on board with that. I mean, and I think that comes through with the two performances. I mean, Kel and I sat down with one another. We didn't overload each other with how we thought the characters should be played, because we wanted to put our own stamp on things. But I mean, we had to just find the essence of what that character is. And Marcus is someone who hasn't particularly developed mentally that much since he was 21. So it wasn't that tricky. But, you know, I'm putting it out there and saying that Marcus is one of, if not the most enjoyable roles I've played. He was an absolute gift of a part. And yeah, I just loved playing him. You can't help but root for him, you know?
Yeah. Another gift of a part you received, Danny, was, I have to talk about it, Line of Duty, playing Danny. I heard you talk about it, and you said, after bringing my two kids in the world, my other greatest achievement was that interrogation scene. How did you get
Yeah.
through that interrogation scene? Like, that was,
Yeah,
as
I
an
mean,
audience, it was,
yeah, it was the most difficult passage of dialogue I've ever had to learn. I mean, it was 15 pages long, and it was an amazing experience to film. I mean, we shot it all day, and yeah, Adrian Dunbar and the cast all took me out afterwards, and we hit the town in Belfast where we were filming it, and ordered a very expensive bottle of red wine just to sort of let it all go. But it was an amazing. I mean, Line of Duty has gone on from strength to strength, and it's this sort of phenomenon now. So I'm very proud to be part of that caliber of actors that have been in it.
yeah. Cal, in back to White Lines for a sec. In the series, Axel says to your Marcus, we're transporting people with our music. They forget about their lives, as well as acting. I mean, you've been acting since almost day dot. You also present a show on Radio 1. When did you feel that connection with music? When did you go, oh my God, it really can change my life?
Um, I was kind of brought up with music, to be honest, Serena. So my mum and dad are massive music lovers. I grew up around a lot of Motown, Northern Soul. My dad kind of loves his guitar music. So it's always been a big part of kind of who we are as a family, and going to live gigs. So it's kind of one of those things that I've always known, and it is, music is always there for you. Bob Marley says it best, who's my favourite artist. He says one good thing about music is when it hits, you feel no pain, and that's music for you.
Yeah, and you got to. I love how you got to mix both worlds in this series. What was, and as we're all putting it out there, we want a season 2, right? But what was that last day on set like for you guys when you had to walk away from this all?
It was emotional. I'm trying to remember what my last scene was. It was just me and the maid. It was. I just felt like we'd gone on the most extraordinary journey with one another. You know, it was hard work. I mean, I know we're filming in amazing locations, but long hours. You know, but it was. You never know how a show is going to land, and we still don't. You know, it's not been released yet, but I don't think I've ever been as excited for a show that I've been involved in, because I in my bones, I feel like this is a complete audience pleaser, and I think that's what's so exciting about it.
Yeah, it is. It's slick, it's gorgeous, it's fun, and it's so interesting. Like, you want to know, it's intriguing. You want to go along for the ride. So thank you for taking us on that.
And that's just Cel Spellman.
That's another tenner over to you, Danny.
There you go.
Here's to season 2. Hopefully we'll be chatting again soon.
Yeah,
fingers
thanks,
crossed.
Serena, as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks so much to chat to me. Bye.